it does start to run short where I'll segue to. So that's pretty easy now, but it wasn't always.
See, I probably couldn't do that. I only have like one joke in my car, so like I'd be like struggling. Oh, okay, now I'm gonna start singing a song, start karaoke night or something. When did you kind of realize that you made it to like the main stage and you were like the feature performer for your comedy?
Well, I was asked to do, I was getting, well, let me just tell you the difference between a closer and a headliner. Brian Dorfman, who owns Zany's Comedy Club in Nashville, said this to me because I had, I had featured for people that I felt like I got more laughs than they did. And I thought, well, why am I not getting the headliner spot? And I said to Brian, I said, you need to give me a chance to headline. I was getting every bit as many laughs as the other comic. He said, Karen, you need to learn this now. There's a headliner and there's a closer. You're a closer. You got the material. You get the laughs. You can go out there and you can close the show. You can do a strong 45. But a headliner, you can hang your name on the marquee and everybody runs and gets tickets. You're not a headliner yet.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that, I'm like, wah, wah. So, but I understand that. I completely understand it. It's a business, you got to be able to sell tickets. And yeah. So, and what was the question?
When did you kind of realize that well, it kind of was leading into like, when would you realize that you were going to be that headliner?
Oh, I see. And so then I got an opportunity, and this was in 04. An agent was putting a group together called the Southern Fried Chicks. And I was asked to be a part of that group. Well, that took me out of comedy clubs and put me on stages in these great theaters. And so that really changed a lot for me. I mean, and because people buy these theater series, and I mean, these were huge crowds. We played for 13. We played in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We show up, that line is wrapped around the building, and we're all going, "Who's here?" And we didn't realize it was for us, but it was like 1,300 seat theaters. I mean, we had a heck of a run. And then coming off of that, then was able to go into different headlining situations. It kind of takes you to that level. So then you can go out and headline on your own.
And it's definitely it's all like marketing, because like you said, the headliner is there to bring in people, but the closer is able to keep the people interested in what they're doing. So what was the best part about being part of that touring group, the Southern Fried Chicks?
Well,
I love the name. I will say that is it's a catchy name. I will say that.
Well, I mean, we had a great time being out on the road together. A lot of times you're by yourselves. And and I always say, in the comedy world, it's every man's dream to have two women in one night except a comedy club owner. So it's rare that you see two women on a show. So the fact that we were three women that got to go out and do these shows together, that was pretty special. It was a fun time. We had, if that had more reality stuff, it was just getting started, but we really should have been, had a camera following us at that time, because there was some crazy things happen behind the scenes.